behind. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PT Race TV live here at Sparta, Kentucky's Kentucky Speedway, as we're about to bring you Push and Limit Racing League's Honda Civic Type R race here on the show. Hello, everyone. I am the man there, the hour, the man with the power, as I am currently trying to make sure we get everything all squared up on our end tonight. We appreciate you all tuning on in here to see the action here for 2 main events coming your way. As we're going to start off with the Honda Civic Type R to Push Limit Racing League, and then we'll lead it on to the GOAT Racing League Truck Series later tonight. And it is time to present to you our starting lineup here, and on the pole, in the number 20, it'll be Jeff Folks. To the outside, number 8, it is Tyler Orick. Row number 2 is the 14, the Christian Shriver. The outside, the number 5, Chantel Bottle. Row number 3 is Ryan Keniston in the 0-way. The outside of that, number 84, Matthew Hofford. Row number 4 is Wally Babb in the 99. The outside of that, number 6 is going to be Michael Rideout. Row number 5 is Dennis Warren in the 90. Outside number 48, it is Stanley Bottle. And finally, at row number 6, Hunter Hammered Hansen. 13 will make his debut pushing the Racing League with the 55 at Jason Brent on his outside. We're about to bring down the hammer, bring down the speeds to Kentucky race fans. Let's get it down. 70 laps to the distance. Green flag drops there and now on PT Racing TV. Matching down 3 wide out of the gate here. Ryan Keniston going 2 spots up. Chantel Piles staying in the middle on the number 5, trying to hold the line down. Tyler Orr going back to the outside, going to the bottom in the 8. So far, so good here for the drivers as the field works their way on around. You're going to see a lot of that too, where drivers just get a little bit complacent, just a little bit aggressive, just trying to make passes and make some moves here. The throttle, Chantel Powell going head-to-head here with Jeff Oakes, the number 20 here right now. Battle for the race lead, and compared to what we saw at Iowa Speedway, this is almost a complete opposite of that. Last time we were on a big track, we watched these drivers have to really push and shove their way through the speeds and through the momentums to try to make some passes. This is the complete opposite right now. Now, granted, the outside line isn't exactly given a full-on rundown to make the passes yet, but they can use a good little bump drive and still hit it on the drive here. And it's right now we're going for broke and seeing what they can do there at this moment. So right now, currently to the field right now as well, Hunter Hansen, the 13. He's making some drives up the front here. The 13 getting a little bit of a push on the old Crusader 14. That is Christian Shriver there in the 3rd spot. Tyler Orrick still licking it down, trying to make it through the field. Double filed in, and right now the field just doing what they can to make passes, make some runs here. Jeff Oakes holding the bottom line down for a good margin of error here and really taking good control and good drive off. The drivers right now still look and linger through the field. Bottle still trying to get a run on the outside. Again, the tire wear on these cars, not really something to worry too much about. Again, these are more enduro cars, so they handle quite well and deal with what the pressure is going to be needed on them. But we do have a few new names in the house here. Wybab also coming on down tonight. Field looking pretty solid, but you can see there's a lot of drivers getting a little bit impatient in there. You can see Hoffer right now on the AR-84 right now currently trying to make a move off, trying to make a run for it here, and see what he can figure out on that top side, using the draft to his advantage and using the field as a bit of an opening here to really take some control and take some run on the track. Still can't quite get around it yet though. Where's the trouble? Uh-oh, hold on, wait, whoa, look out down there. Major issues, problems on the track here in turn number 1 and 2. Big wreck ensues. And looks like we're going to have 4 drivers involved in this one. Bottle, Bab, Hoffert getting into it. And troubles yet again. Hans as well got into it. They're somewhere in that mix. And there was a major wreck ensuing. That is our first caution of the day. And really, again, kind of a surprise here. How clean it was for the most part. Did the drivers get a little bit too impatient here? Oh, man! Talk about getting wrecked in there a bit there. The 13 of Hammer and Hansen, he went right up in between the field and almost shredded not only his car and the other drivers, but almost took them completely out of contention. A huge little hit there. I'm not sure what happened there exactly. We'll go back to the replay, see if we can take a look at it from our blimp cam. This is from the initial impact, from the initial point of position. Big push here from Hansen. You can see Oaks gets loose a little bit, but he saves it. And Hansen almost literally just getting screamed up right to the top. Manages to get out of it, but then he slams himself into more trouble. And the 13 appears to have completely been destroyed and nullified in that situation. He's going to have to get one of the 2 fast repairs done, as well as many other drivers will have to do much of the same here. We'll have to see how that plans out and how that phases these drivers here for the next part of this race, but definitely not what you expect here from the early goings. We've seen so much clean racing, so much great battles, actually a couple races going caution-free, so to have it start out like this here, probably not the best situation, the best area that they were looking for, but we're going to see how it all finishes out from then on out. Field currently right now getting squared back up into the pace, back into the track here, so we'll have to see how that plays out and how that works around here in this case. Gonna bring it back around off of corner number 4 to that front straightaway here. Race fans, here we go yet again. Back to the green flag here in Kentucky. Oaks will lead them out still. Right out going to take it into the 3rd spot here. Ryan Keniston also going to be moving up quite a few positions from that. Wally Babb in the 99, Matthew Hart for the 84, currently dealing with some pressure. Oh, wait, just some more pressure up down there on the bottom lane. The number 76, Mike Rideout, going for a little bit of a run there off of turn number 2, and it looked like he almost got completely caved in on it as well. They remain green, but here's what happened here on the P10 Race TV Instant Replay was we just barely missed it. Watch Tyler Ork here. He's going to get him just a little bit aggressive. He catches the 76, but look at this save here by Rideout. Gets it right back underneath the ground. Manages to recover it. Nicely done. Saves it and sends it back on the track. And he's already got a little bit of the draft still. He's using up on the rest of the field, so he's hanging in there. He's not done yet. Back to our live feed right now. Battle for the top spot right now. Currently everyone behind just watching and laying in wait. The draft seems to be picking up the paces, dicking the control up. That seems as though, if you ask me, right now everybody's looking for openings, looking for a chance to try to make a move off through the field and through the drive. Ryan Keniston, the number 08, currently up on the top, looking for position on Jeff Oakes, trying to redeem himself from last week at Southern National, coming up just one-thousandth of a second short to Matthew Hoffert. Hoffert said earlier today that it was probably one of the wildest finishes he'll ever have in his career. Keniston said point blank, I just gave it up. I cannot let that happen again today. And so far, anyway, he's not letting too many things bother him. He's keeping a very focused mind, keeping it very under control, and just staying right in with where he needs to. Onboard camera here right now with Ryan Kinston. As you can see, the field just kind of moving their way into the chains here. We'll have to see how that plays out here for them out of the gate. Currently moving their way down across. It is Jeff Oakes, still your race leader. The number 5, Noah Pottle. She does not hold back. She does not quit. She will not give it up at all as she continues to work the outside, looking for the number 20. Down across the plains here, everybody's still hanging in there. Hunter Hansen right now, after that little wreck he suffered earlier, had to get a lot of damage cleaned up, and he managed to get it done. However, he is still very far behind and out of pace control-wise. He's picked up in this field. Michael coming on board here on the YouTube, and he says we both live but in different games. Yeah, I guess so there, Michael. Great to have you on board today. We'll see him more on Sunday night as well, race fans, so stay tuned. Well, Christian Strider right now, after coming away with a race win at Iowa Speedway, looking to try to bring one back in the Midwest side. Not too far off from his homeland of Iowa. He's going to try. He's been doing a lot of hard racing throughout this one, staying kind of close in the middle to the top spot. Hasn't gone any further back than really, I'd say probably maybe about 6th or 7th position. That's as far as he's gone back. And oh, hang on as we say that. Oh, what a save! Hopper catches the corner panel of the 14, and somehow he brings that thing back to life, and he's still got some speed to go with it. That is wild to believe. Hoffert literally driving like it's 1987 over here and giving them all the old Earnhardt and Allison treatments down there, or the Waltrip treatments, whatever you want to call it. But these guys and gals are still keeping these things online. This is an absolutely wild little race to see here today at Kentucky. They can beat, they can bang, and these things hold their lines quite well. Impressive. The only thing they haven't been able to do, though, figure out how to get around the race later. Jeff Oakes continuing to hold down the line. That bottle, drove that thing straight off, looking to try to side draft that 20 Fuel Plus. I'm not so sure Oakes is very appreciative of having to figure out where he was at or where she was going with it. But you can see Oakes not giving up too much here. The 5 and the 08 closing in. Looks like the 14 looking at some openings too. Every driver for themselves here. This has been a calamity of action here out of the gate. Pottle back on top. She's got the lead there coming off the line, but again, that's not going to help her out if she can't clear him. Oakes still holding it down well. Dennis Warren with the number 90, the D-Dub button boxes. Number 90 coming up quick, coming up fast. And here comes the bump. Little big bump there, using the airflow around the car to increase draft and increase speed, to hit down the speed there a little bit as the 08. Oh my, gets it right on the inside corner as well. This, unlike Shriver though and Hoffert, able to back off quickly before getting things a little bit more scary than it should be. You saw that left rear though, it got nudged and it got tushed. Pushed and nudged, that's the thing you don't want, and you really don't want to get loose or goosey out here. This is going to pretty much be the best way to describe it, their own plate version race here. It's like if you put Talladega and Daytona on the road map for a Xfinity or a Cup car or one of the trucks, and you let them all go out there and do this, or this is what you get out of it. But we're not running that now, are we? We're running on 1.5 miles with Honda Civics, and these things, their drafting capabilities, just absolutely impressive to me. And the next time we see them, we'll be putting them somewhere they actually do belong. We're going to a road course. Watkins Glen International is coming up next time around here. Oh, looking down the bottom there, the 14 going low. Looks like he's going to back out. He's wanting other drivers to go ahead of him. Driver definitely going to try to play maybe a long run game like he did at Iowa. Some drivers already went in to take fuel, so they're pretty much set for the entirety of the race. They only needed to pit one time to get all the fuel they needed to win this one out. So far, so good, though, and so far, everybody having a little stake or a little bit of a push to get in towards the front, towards the end of the packs. Coming down around through the field here, and it is so far trouble there for Stanley Pottle. I don't know if we're going to the caution. I think we have got the caution now. We got a caution now. Caution's out on the track. Stanley Pottle there. Looks like the 48 going for a bit of a ride and a tumble there. Unfortunately, down in turn number 4. Let's go take a look at the P10 Race TV instant replay and see what happened here. Yeah, you can see it right here. Wow, right down on the top there and down on the bottom. Stanley actually getting into the Hoffert and then came right down on the 14 of Shriver. One more look at it from the replay. Bit of a wild little spot there. May have tightened up more than we thought. Hard to say if that's all the tire, if that was just not understanding where the turn was there. You can see the tire wheels are turned left though. I think he may have just been a little too aggressive and then bam, came right down on that 14. And then that big hit. Oh, man. Hate those hits, and those are the worst hits to be even a part of. I tell you guys, when you get hit like that on any end or you run into the wall at any point, that literally feels like a gunshot right into your body. It just absolutely stuns you and it just hurts so much. You just don't understand how bad it will feel until really you get a little bit further into the race and a little further in when everything kind of settles down and you can actually feel the adrenaline wear off. It does a number on you. I'm telling you, it's like it just absolutely hurts to deal with. Alright, race fans, currently under the caution flag here, so give you guys a little insight of what's going on tonight here, race fans. We will be back live here on P10 Racing TV in just a little while here with GOAT Racing League and their Race City Sports Memorabilia Truck Series down in Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Stay tuned for that. That'll be on our Facebook Live here in just a few short hours. We appreciate it. Thank you for all tuning in tonight. If you are joining us here today at Kentucky, thank you so much. If you are tuning in with us live on P10 Race TV YouTube, thank you so much as well for coming on board. And be sure to like us here on P10 Race TV and also like and follow us up on our Facebook to get the latest action, the latest racing part where you can see only on our show. Seriously, when's the last time you guys ever saw Honda Civics go on big tracks or short tracks and duke it out with one another. It's not a match usually you see, but hey, we're enjoying it. I think a lot of folks are enjoying it too, because we got a pretty good lineup that showed up today here in Sparta. And then again next week, of course, they will be down at Watkins Glen International, so stay tuned for that. Should be interesting to see what the actual car that's designed for on a track like that will be able to perform and do. I suspect, though, you'll see a lot of guys and gals really trying to make or break their racing, guys, on that circuit. But after we get done at Watkins the next week, oh, you're going to love this one. We get to visit an old favorite of ours, one of our very first tracks we ever had. Actually, the very first track we ever had a full-on broadcast segment and style. Five Flag Speedway returns to PT Racing TV. Get ready for it. We're going to see it all go down live here on PT Racing TV in just 2 short weeks. And after 3 weeks from then, we get to have a little more fun because we're going back to Bristol Dirt, baby. We'll see it all live here at PT Racing TV as we bring the green flag back on out. It's time to continue on here with Kentucky Speedway. Well, driving them down, halfway done with this race and continuing to lead it. Oaks will just not give up to anybody, and he will make sure he continues to hold the line down. Oaks trying to get his first win of the season off his back, but he's got a guy that right now is trying to get his second one. Matthew Hopper, the 84, trying to bring in a little bit more power on the edge. And he's looking for the big run coming off of turn number 3. He's not quite going to get as much as he was hoping for, though. Oaks slowing down just a slight bit, entering into the turn, managing to keep himself under control, a little bit more reserved here. Definitely what he wanted to bring to the table, a little bit more of what he was after. Onboard camera here with the hammering man himself, Hunter Hansen, as he's right now laying behind the Repsol, number 99 at Walibab, with the Advanced Sim Racing MRM network of Mike Rideout, coming back from that little whip and tip he did earlier. Still controlling himself and keeping himself under pressure. Eric Keniston a little bit high there into the middle, gets it right back down underneath the cushion and into the crack. Looking at that yellow line as a bit of a guider to help him right through every little end and every little spot on the track here. Pressure definitely building and mounting forward on everyone here as they continue to hold themselves together and hold themselves into accountability. Take a look at our best lap times so far here. Right now, fastest times are looking in the 34s. A 34.92 was set by the Crusader. He has got the fastest time so far, closest ones to him. That'll be Stanley Powell with a 34.99. He's got some speed out there. And Walibab also with a 34.99 right now as we go 3 wide down on the front straightaway here. They are digging in deep and they're looking for the lead. Oaks finds himself trapped between the rock and the hard place scenario, and Offert trying to hold everybody back down around there as well. Nobody giving an inch here, and everyone else just pounding the lap pedal and gassing it through. right. Oh, look out down there. Huge wreck ensuing here. We took our cameras right off for a second, and now we got a major wreck ensuing here on the back straightaway. Multiple drivers involved in this massive wreck. Oh, my goodness. Absolute chaos just ensuing yet again here on Pizza Race TV. We go to the replay here to see what happened. They may have got a little too close for comfort. Hard to really say. You're going to get a look at it here. Coming right around, and oh, Pottle gets into it there with the 84, and everybody else trying to veer and stay clear. And not quite the same situation there, unfortunately. Pottle looked like she was just trying to get a little bit of a run, but that punch draft did not work in the turn, unfortunately, as it has been seemingly in the straights. Another look at it here. Oh, look out. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh, man. Horrible wreck ensuing on the drivers here, and a major crash ensuing yet again. That will set everybody back some paces. Some instant repairs are definitely in the works here. Well, we'll have to see how we kind of get a little bit later in, because right now we are closing up on the laps here, and we're closing down on the fields. These drivers, though, man, talk about taking it to a whole nother limit and a whole nother level, just trying to get something going here. Field rocketing their way back onto the green flag restart zone. Here we go, once more, Race Gens. Down across the playing field here, and it is right now Keniston, Babb, and Shriver dealing with each other here, trying to fight the line, trying to fight the run. Getting their time back, getting some chances back here. Despite all the damage suffered there and the instant repairs having to be used up, they seem to be hanging on. Speaking of hanging on, the 5, Chantal Pottle, she's been trying to hang on for a big spot, trying to have a decent finish here on the show. Hasn't quite finished where she said she wanted to. She's looking to try to finish better today. For the first time as well, Oaks has to go on a bit of offense here, but he's going to get kind of trampled behind here. He gets cornered and cut down the middle. 3 deep, and they're banging down there, bumping and banging. Here we go again. Hofford has just messed us up from Hoffy Racing here. He is saying the 84 has got too much damage on the car. He is not going to be able to continue on. So the 84, despite coming off an amazing win last week, will not be able to continue and finish through. A tough break for the Hofford Racing camp. We certainly hope they'll join us back on the Watkins Glen, and thanks so much for tuning on our YouTube channel as well there, sir. To see how unstable and how out of control these cars get, how annoyed they can be frustratingly to deal with, but at the same time, like, they have a lot of power, a lot of grip, a lot of range to their potential and their power here. So it certainly does make up a difference here. Sorry for the jump cuts cameras there. Unfortunately, Ryan Kinston's having some internet problems / glitch traffic gremlins on the attack here. But speaking of going on the attack, he's going to work a little bit with that 5 right in front of it, right behind him there, as Oaks tries to get ahead as well in case one of them goes out completely. He may have a chance here. Dennis Warren's looking on with the rest of the field as well, trying to stabilize and find positions. 16 laps remain here. We are getting further along in this wild goose chase, this wild race to be had. Driver exceed just a slight bit loose off the corner. Oh no, not again! Major wreck ensuing yet again. Race fans, problems off of turn 2. Another massive collision and a massive wreck ensuing just out of the gate. And Jeff Oaks, too, that 20 went for a berserker of a ride there. Bonkers kind of end there, unfortunately, and the car almost tipped end over end. He is okay, but a massive, massive hit there to be had. What happened here? Oh, right there you can see, oh, man. Kinston just got clipped there right out the turn. Looked like Oaks was trying to keep the side draft going, and it looked like just a mistiming situation. Multiple cars involved in that one, and if they didn't have 2 instant repairs right now, I don't think we'd see the whole field out there at this point. Massive, massive damage sustained, and the most cautions we've seen all season long. I mean, the racing one, it's amazing, but my goodness, folks, this has been, in some regards, a little bit of a survival mission for some drivers, and just trying to stay out of trouble for others. And many drivers now having to go a lap down are going to be put under the binder here to try to hang on. Final repairs for some drivers being used, and last chances being dished out. And as we get back to reel him into the green flag here, we've got pretty much 3 cars right now getting around the track here on the lead lap. Chantel Pottle, Christian Shriver, Dennis Warrens. It's Wybab now finally gets on the lead lap, and Mike Rideout too. So 4th and 5th will be back in place. Stanley Pottle, the 48, is a lap down. Jeff Oaks a lap down. Actually, there are 2 laps down at this moment here. More than likely due to just having to get in there and get out of pit road. The 5 of Chantel Pottle, the 14 of Christian the Crusader Shriver, the 90 of Dennis Warrens, the 99 of Wally Babb, and the 76 of Mike Rideout, all looking for a place and a spot on the top of the mountain. And just a little head tweezer for you folks, we have seen 3 different winners so far from 3 different races. Are we going to make it 4 now? The only one that's up front in this battle right now that has won a race so far this season is that 14 of Shriver. Will we see him pull it off again as we bring him back to the green flag off the start? Lined back up, we're back underway. Paddle looking for her first win in these Honda Civics and trying to get one off the record books. Mike Rideout got one win already. He got it back in an untelevised event at Dover. Wally Babb, he's never won in a Honda Civic race. He's never won here in Kentucky. He came close. If you remember, just a few short weeks ago in Pedal to the Metal Racing League, he went the wire, he went the distance and put up an impressive fight. Would come up short. Can he change his ways and get a bit of a break here and get his first win ever in the season and on this track? Well, we forgot all about another guy that's looking for a first win. Watch out for the big 90 man himself, the D-Dub Button Boxes machine, Dennis Warrens, cooking up some speed, cooking up some power. 10 laps remain. Oh, my friends, this is something, all right. Kate Holland says he's the fever dreamer. Did I smoke too much? Well, unless you dealt with the exhaust fumes on Hondas, no, I don't think you're hallucinating, Kate. Yes, we are watching Honda Civic Type R's at Kentucky Speedway, and this has been honestly one of the more wild races, if you can believe it, of this season with these cars, and they have put on an absolutely tremendous performance here. Lost a couple drivers already from this one. It's Kinston still a lap down, Stanley Paul lap down, Jeff Oaks out of the race, Hoffman out of the race, Hansen out of the race, Oric out of the race, Jay Sprint not able to make the call. 5 drivers left to take home the top spot. 5 laps to go, top 5 on the screen. Pottle still leading it out. Wally Babb and Warrens rooking in deeply, right out, trying to find another opening too. Meanwhile, on the very, very back of the field right now, Shriver just kind of lingering around, knows the draft will give him something to think about and something to push with. Well, these drivers, by the way, they're going into these corners. They actually are slightly lifting to keep the car centered and straight, but when they can get up to the top side and then bring it back down, the car almost has like this jolt of nitrous that just allows the car to build so much speed, more power, and it makes for some impressive runs. That's what the 14's looking out for, and that's what Rideout right now has been pushing to get on the inside with Pottle. But Warren's also making some great little moves, some headway there on the burner the top burners. Every driver right now for themselves here, working through off of 3 and 4. Pottle with a good lead. Rideout trying to hang with her. They are going to lead him down with a 5, 76, 99, 14, and 90 in their respectful positions. Bunch him down 3 deep yet again. Wally Babb, he wants this win. I think he's looking for some payback from Pedal to Metal Racing League. He wants to get this one situated and get his first Pushing Limits Racing League win in. He's giving it to him, guys. And he's lining up by the rest of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our white flag lap. Went from 2 to 1 to go. Did the draft go well for the 14 as well as the 90? Both drivers drafted into oblivion. 3 deep, bumped them. 3 lined off. Down to the 3 deep zone. Going for broke. Pottle remains on the inside. Wally Babb gonna try to hold the middle. Driver driving it into the outside, looking for a chance. Right through the field. Coming right up, Huddle drifts up a little bit, and there goes the 14, as Wally Babb will bring it straight to the line and victorious. Huddle drifted up just the slightest bit. The 5 could not hold the line down, as unfortunately the draft was just too much. And Wally Babb, after a heartbreaker 2 Sundays ago, claims victory here in a Honda Civic Type R in what could best be described as just pure, unadulterated chaos and madness. What a race. I know I say it too often than not, but I wouldn't say it had it not have the meaning or value to it. This, my friends, was a race and an impressive performance for Wally Babb in the 99. The Repsol Honda comes out on top. His very first start, his very first win. And I think he's going to learn the hard way. You can't really do some burnouts in these cars. Oh, he's going to try anyway. He doesn't care. Well, while he tries to figure out how to do a burnout, let's go ahead and take a look at the results. Presented by Pushing Limits Racing League. Final results on your screen. Wally Babb, first start, first win. Goes win for number 1. And we have 4 different winners now in this season. Hard to believe. Out of 4 races. Dennis Warren's going to go another runner-up, but a great performance nevertheless. Chantel Pottle finishes it out, coming away 3rd in a hard-fought battle. Mike Rideout going 4th, and Schreiber will go home 5th. Ryan Kinston, despite being laps down, goes 6th. Stanley Pottle 7th. Yeah, folks, 8th. Half off for 9th, 10th to Hanson. What a race and what a time here, race fans. As we congratulate the 99 Wally Babb here and the rest of our field, we ask you to stay tuned with us, because we will be live at Gold Racing League here in just about an hour and 15 minutes on our Facebook Live channel. Stay tuned. If you thought this was wild, there could be some more wild play racing moments at Vegas coming up soon. For now, though, thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.